Hey, what up guys, how you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome to a new episode of the FIFA 19 Ultimate Team Road to Glory, episode number 204. So, if you missed any of the videos over the weekend, basically, on Saturday we did an episode which was fully unlocking Milinkovic Savic. Sunday we did an episode which was me getting this new red Pogba, which you can see in my squad. So if you want to watch the reaction to me getting that live, then make sure you check those out. And of course, you can also check out in the top right corner the best bits episode of episode 100 to 200, which is a super long video if you want a full-on binge of the best bits over the last 100 or so episodes. So yeah, those are the videos. You can check them out by clicking in the top corner. And if you would do me a massive favour of smashing a thumbs up button on today's video, that would make me very, very happy. So we start right now, just completing like a couple of SBCs and stuff like that. So we get this, do you know what? I wouldn't have bothered doing this one for the FUT Champions Cup with my English players if I realised at the time just how expensive English players were, because I think obviously you need a lot of players for them, and they've risen to like 2.5k per player, which is nuts. And I think some of mine were tradable, so I probably would have been better off literally just selling them, trying to get the money off of them, rather than doing the SBC. I mean, we get boards, but it's Italian centre-back from Lazio. So it's only an 83 in Acerbi, which is obviously only worth probably 750 coins. But hey, then again, we also get lots of rare players, lots of consumables. So who knows, maybe it was worth it. And we also get a little player pick in there. Unfortunately, it is only just a 75 to 80 rated. And I think I did the right thing here in taking Luke Shaw. Well, I guess he would be tradable, right? So yeah, I probably should sell him on actually before that SBC expires, rather than taking the 80 rated Pavard, who's probably not worth a whole bunch, right? Yeah, so I think I did the right thing. 4 squad fitnesses, which we all love to see, and then an 83 Giuliano in the pack as well. So not the best, but not the worst. So with Pogba coming into our squad, we're going to say goodbye to Guendouzi. Now, he'd actually gone up quite a bit, you know, literally like 40k or something since I went ahead and bought him. So I figured we'd actually make a little bit of profit on him if he was to sell at 415. And it didn't take very long for him to sell, because the next one I undercut by like 5,000 coins, because the cheapest was literally 420 at that point in time. However, I have noticed since then that he's dipped back under 400 again. So we sold him at like the very perfect time and got about as much as I think I'd ever have got for him out of him. So that's really good. Now with the weekend league last week, obviously you could use training cards, attribute cards. I didn't realise I had some in my club, so I thought, you know what, I'm going to list them. Also decided that I would list up my rare gold contracts, because I've got so many contracts in the club, I might as well just try and make a little bit from my consumables. Some of the training cards sold. I believe some of the contracts do sell, like it takes a while, and it is just a case of relisting them, and it works a little bit better like during the weekend league, obviously, and we're not in that anymore. And with some of the profits we made from that stuff, I literally went out and bought a whole bunch of squad fitnesses for literally 800 coins per one. They're expensive this year, man. It's kind of rough. However, I think that last year they might have been about 2k. So yeah, that was, I guess they're a lot more attainable this year than in previous years. So Pogba's in the squad. Pogba's going to be my CDM instead of Guendouzi. He is less defensive than Guendouzi is. However, I don't know. I feel like it could work just because he's 6'3" and stuff. He should be all right. So what we're going to do now is show you the highlights from my first 3 weekend league games. And because there's not much else on this week, that's what my midweek content is going to be. We've got some weekend league today, and the next couple of days are going to be me completing my weekend league, and then we'll get to like Thursday where I'll do my live rewards for you guys. So yeah, that's going to be that's what's on the agenda for this week on the road to glory. So my first game in the weekend league, it was quite a nice bit of play right at the start there. Lots of skill moves and just like nice flow to it. And I unfortunately wasn't able to get the goal. George Best then runs through and my Alisson like palms it straight into the path of Willian. Luckily, Aurier was there to kind of get in the way and again stop that one from going in the back of the net as well. But Richarlison whips it into the box. Terrible cross. Didn't want it to go to a Nedved who wasn't facing goal, and it just so happened, so obviously we missed that opportunity. But Pogba, with a little fake shot into Nedved, into Richarlison, back to Nedved, take the shot in the back of the net. I'm really trying to work on learning how to do like the first time shots. However, that wasn't one, obviously. It was just, I took the shot after taking a touch. Whereas if you get it right, you can literally strike it first time, and it's very difficult for the goalkeeper to save it. So, I mean, I was fairly confident being 1-0 up at half-time. There'd been opportunities for both teams, but in the second half, I decided to bring Pogba off. I don't think he's a great DM. He's going to be used as a DM for like the first half. Right here, I was deciding who to bring off, Torreira or Pogba. But I think, you know what, we'll give Milinkovic Savic a go instead of Red Pogba. Bring Ibra on, and then I've still got one sub to use depending on whether I need that to be Eder Militao coming on or whether it could be Perisic later on. However, Ibra turns the defender really nicely and just strikes it. Like, he's been on the pitch 5 minutes, he's already made an impact. That is what Zlatan does. He's the king. And then, obviously, I got a little bit confident being 2-0 up. And I was trying all sorts of flicky shots and stuff. And genuinely just trying to be confident on the ball. So that this guy wouldn't get back into it. And that, hey, if I got the opportunity, I'll take it to maybe put a third goal in. Nedved plays it back to Aubameyang. I strike that one there. And that's into the roof of the net. 61 minutes on the clock. And we've pretty much sealed this game at 3-0. Then Aubameyang turns it, flips it, and then goes for the acrobatic bicy. Didn't quite work out for me, but I tried that exact same shot like 5 times in this game. It still didn't work out for me. Milinkovic Savic, La Croquette has passed Steven Gerrard and hits a very Gerrard-esque shot into the roof of the net. I do not score long shots like that on FIFA 19. So I was buzzing to see that on his debut, my substitute Milinkovic Savic struck a shot like that into the roof of the net. What a goal that was. I mean, I green timed it, which I don't do a lot of timing anymore in my shots because I don't necessarily see it as useful. However, right there, I don't think that would have gone in unless I timed it green. So, yeah, what a beauty of a strike. He sort of out-Gerrarded Gerrard in that situation. So, was very, very happy, and that puts us 4-0 up. However, you know, in true Lasty fashion, a comeback is on. My opponent did get a goal back. That's fine. I still felt really confident in this game. And then Mbappe, you know, goes for a couple of little skill moves and stuff. I don't quite get the goal from the rainbow flick volley. But we'll see if we can maybe get one of them throughout the weekend league this week. We play it into Perisic. And, I mean, that's a lovely strike. I love that I brought that one up on the volley first time. But it just went wide of the post. We get a 4-1 win, which is brilliant in the first game of champs. It gives me a lot of motivation to carry on playing, as well as the motivation to, you know, do what we did in the last episode, which is open up them 86 plus red inform packs. I only have 3 submittable reds now that aren't ones that I would definitely want to keep. So we need to play the weekend league for another few weeks in order to get back up to 11 again, and then we can do another one of those packs. And I reckon it'll probably be Tots time by the time we get enough to do another. So that could open up a whole world of opportunities for who we could get in red. So we hit the post and we're very unfortunate there, but it does come straight back to Mbappe, who whips it in, and Richarlison heads that one into the back of the net. Absolutely rose like a salmon for that goal right there. So that was 1-0, 16 minutes on the clock. My opponent pushes forward, plays it into Timo Werner, and I thought he got the equaliser, I'm not going to lie, but yeah, luckily for me, it was just inches wide of the post. Mbappe pushes down this left wing again. I go for the El Tornado cross, and it does work out, and it was a really odd one. Like, Richarlison was not in the right position whatsoever to take that on, but somehow made himself get in the right position. And then there's Pogba's first real mistake. Like, he doesn't manage to clear it. I don't know whether he got his leg caught on the player, but he wasn't able to get rid of the ball, and it literally leads to a very, very easy chance for my opponent to get a goal back in this. And that leaves him with this tiny little bit of, like, confidence, and it leads me to have a bit of doubt in my mind, and that wasn't good because Julian Brandt goes through and scores the equaliser 54 minutes on the clock. So in a game where I felt pretty confident, 2-0 up in the first half, didn't quite work out for me. Now, I miss literally an easy chance with Ibra there. I tried to square it across stupidly. However, Nedved picks the ball up, whips it into the box. It drops out, and I think Torreira picks it up. Torreira then plays it into Mbappe. And then after a couple of like dodgy things happen, we get an opportunity to score, which we take nicely there with the Frenchman. And then I get gifted a penalty in the 78th minute. Alaba takes me down, and I stick it straight down the middle with Zlatan, and we run away celebrating. So we've restored the 2-goal lead at least. Ibra then going for all sorts of craziness right here. Plays it to Militao, plays it to Mbappe, back to Militao, back to Mbappe. First time strike. Back of the net, there's the 5-2, and we've sealed this game. And I knew that game could have been like that. I don't know how I let him get back into it, but in the 84th, 85th minute, he decides that he is going to be out of there. I would have just stayed for 5 more minutes, to be honest. Got the 400 rank points and been done with it. So that's 2-0. Not a bad start to the weekend league. Obviously, about as good as it can get. Letting a couple of goals, but we've scored a whole bunch. So we move on into our third game, and it's not the strongest of teams. The attack might look a bit deadly because it's got a purple Ibarbo, it's got an orange Falcao, and a flashback Jackson Martinez, but it's definitely not super meta. And you can see how far his defence is playing back in this game. But what a strike. What a lovely goal that was from Richarlison. He literally flicks it up upon first touch and then takes another one up and then to settle himself for the volley. And that was great. It was a really nice, satisfying goal to score. However, this Jackson Martinez, Ibarbo, Falcao combo was actually quite difficult to deal with. And because he's in the 4-1-2-1-2, that triangle of players in the cam and the 2 strikers, it's great for little 1-2 passes and like give and goes and make the run and stuff. So that was where I was getting done here. You can see like he has options. Whenever he's in that cam spot, he's either got the left or the right, which I don't necessarily have, having a central cam and then 1 striker, and my 2 cams are way out there. So it makes me feel like maybe we should try like a 4-1-2-1-2 again at some point. However, I might miss out on my headers in that situation. So I was 2-1 down after going 1-0 up. But a nice goal from Mbappe gets me back in it not too long after my opponent had scored. And then I really wanted to win this one. We get through with Torreira and just wide of the post. Tried to take it first time there. Marcos Alonso on the corner, whips it there, Zlatan's there, and it goes in off of Mendy, so it counts as an own goal, but we'll take the 3-2 lead, and, well, push on now and try and get another one, and we get it, you know, lovely cross in from Zlatan. It wasn't your normal LB cross, that was just a regular one, and Aubameyang was there, free to just loop the header past the goalkeeper, and we can push on to even extend our lead further now. Zlatan with the La Croqueta cuts inside to Aubameyang, and that's a first-time low-driven strike, which was just so powerful that it was too much for the goalkeeper to handle. And again, like right towards the end of the match, the guy decides to quit after I score my 5th goal. Weird, considering like it was only a few minutes left. Again, I would have taken the rank points, but yeah, 3 matches, 3 wins. It's a good start to our weekend league. We're at 686,000 coins with a tradable Mbappe as well, but the rest of our squad is untradeable. A bunch of contracts sold, you know, sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. That was just a lucky hour when a lot of them went. Sometimes I literally have 1 or 2 sell, and you just have to relist again. It feels like a waste of time, but it's better to try and get 150, 200 for them as opposed to just the 60 coins that they discard for. So I'll just keep doing that in the background whilst I'm not selling anything else, and we'll see how we go. Over 500 matches now for Aubameyang and 587 contributions for the club, and considering he doesn't often play a full match, like that's actually very, very good. And then Aubameyang sitting on way positive contributions. Absolutely love the fella. He's great. What I would say is that Pogba in CDM doesn't work a treat. It's not the greatest. So that's going to be interesting. Maybe selling Guendouzi might not have been the wisest move. However, 3 wins out of 3 matches. Can't really complain. We'll see how that goes in the coming episodes. But yeah, I'm not absolutely loving Pogba in the CDM spot. I feel like he's a little bit wasted there. And actually not great at defending, so that could be an issue going forwards. We shall see. Guys, do me a massive favour, hit that thumbs up button on today's video. I'd really appreciate it. Don't forget, of course, to subscribe. Check out the Twitter, check out the Insta, they're in the description down below. And most importantly, I hope you all have a lovely day. I will catch you next time. Peace.